What it do, family? It's your boy, the minister, the reverend, the chaplain. Jay Whitfield Inspires coming back at you once again with another video. You already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video or go live. And one more thing, if you need to talk to me about your personal situation, hit the link in the description and you can set up a time to talk to your boy, all that good stuff. So now let's get into it. So today we're talking about what makes a Virgo man want to be married? What makes a Virgo man want to fall in love? And do your values align with his? Does his values align with yours? So this is what we're talking about today: values, love, and marriage. So I get these questions a lot. This guy don't want to settle down. This guy don't want to be committed. This and that, all kind of stuff. I disagree with it. There are certain things that makes a Virgo man want to get married. And so the information I'm giving you today, you really can use just about for any man. But it's particular for Virgo man. So let's talk about the first thing. Values. What are values, right? Values are things that you hold near and dear. Thing that you don't want to negotiate with. Things that you hold near and dear to your heart that you've seen growing up. This is what you value. This is what you don't want to compromise on. This is what you see that's going to get you through life. I'll give you an example. Y'all know I'm a preacher. I'm an ordained reverend, all that good stuff. So some of my values is around spirituality, preaching, prayer. I believe prayer is essential to the family. So I want a woman, right, who understands prayer, who understands the power of prayer, who understands the importance of prayer, right? I can't date a woman who doesn't understand the importance of prayer because it doesn't align with what I value. Because my dad was a preacher. We grew up in a Christian home. I see the power in that. So if she's not that, then she need to go that way. I value it online. I'll give you another example. I value family. I grew up in a 2-parent household. I understand family time, family dinners, family gatherings. Family is very important to me. I see the value in that. So I want a woman who understands the importance of family, right? Children and things like that. So if a woman doesn't understand that, we don't have the same values. One more example. I'm a man, so I value a woman who knows how to cook and things like that, who enjoys cooking, who just enjoys preparing meals for her husband, for her family. I saw my mom do that for us, for my father. She took care of the household. You know, she healed us with her meals. So I want a woman that values that, who understands the importance of that in a woman's role, so to speak. I know y'all don't like gender roles, but that's just how I grew up. It wasn't no issue. Ain't nobody had no issue. So I need a woman that understands that part of life. It ain't necessarily just for me, it's for the family. You know, if I'm dating a woman, she don't want to cook or anything like that, it's more than just preparing a meal for somebody. It's love, it's healing in that food. You know, I don't want to go out and to the fast food or to Cheesecake Factory to get something. I want a loving meal prepared by my wife. You know, it's healing in that. You know what I'm saying? That's a value. So you got to ask yourself, do my values align with his? So to understand his value, one, you got to just ask him straight up. What are your values? What do you value for yourself? What do you value out of a relationship? What do you don't want to compromise and things like that? Also, you need to understand his upbringing. That'll tell you a lot about his family and a lot about his values. Most people don't change. Most people value what they seen growing up in their families. You know, so did he come from a 2-parent household? Did he come from a single parent household? Was he raised by his mom? Was he raised by his dad? Was he raised by his grandparents? These things matter because these things will show you what he values. What do his parents, did I say it right? Do it does. What does his parent believe? Did I say it right? What does his parents believe, right? What do they impart in him? You need to know stuff. You're getting serious about a guy. You need to know his upbringing. See, the problem I'm seeing in relationships today, while there's bickering going on, people just jumping in a relationship because they think a guy is fine, or they think he got money, or they think a girl is fine, she thick, you know, and they just looking past things and they just getting in serious relationships and they disregarding stuff. They run into so many problems because now, you know, we in this thing, we down the road, but we didn't really get a look at each other. So now we having all these problems, major problems. We wondering why, because now your values are not aligning. Because when it gets serious, he gonna want to do something, you gonna want to do something, but y'all may have different opinions, like strong different opinions of it. That mean your values just don't align. You know, he believe this, you believe that. Now I'm not talking about not compromising. You're not going to agree with everything, but I'm talking about values. Values are different than opinions, right? And it's just different. Opinions is something like, I don't like that shirt you got on. I don't like that hair color. That's not a value. A value is something like, I believe that this, and this, or I believe that this, and this. That's a value. So you need to talk about that. So understand his upbringing, understand what his parents or his guardian or his grandparents poured into him. Most people I would say a lot of people who are raised by their grandparents, they kind of have an old soul. A lot of them have an old soul, so their values are different. They kind of see little things a little different. They just don't stand for certain things because their grandparents are older, right? So what are your upbringings? You look at your own self. What do you value? Was you raised in a 2-parent household? Was you raised in a single-parent household? You got to ask these things because a lot of men who have been raised in 2-parent households, they tend to not want to date women who have not raised 2-parent households. I know it seems bad, but some of these things sometimes they make a big difference because you face different problems based on your upbringing. You can't help your upbringing. Most people don't want to change or won't change from if they have a negative upbringing. So most people just don't want to change. They're not going to change. They can change, but some people just won't, And as men, sometimes we run into that issue with women. They may have been raised by both of their parents, and their values are different. The way they view men are different. They won't admit it, but we run into these problems. I'm telling you, as a man, I've seen it. This is not with every woman who's in that situation, but it's a lot of them. So you see these things, you run against, it's just little things, little bumps in the road you just can't get past. Sometimes her views on men are just harsh. Sometimes she end up having like a strong energy or even like a feminist view towards men, and you really can't do what you need to do. You find yourself struggling just to assert, your masculinity. Sometimes she may view simple masculinity as toxic when you just really been a leader. So these things are important though. So I'm dating. I want to know, your upbringing. I want to know, were you raised by both your parents single? How was she? How was your mother? Is she raised you? How was your dad? Was she raised you? If he raised you, we need to know these things, because it's important. So you gotta look at yourself. How was I raised? How was he raised? Because these will tell you a lot about his values. Another thing, you need to understand his his upbringing, but what did his parents teach him? What kind of people were they? You need to understand these things. So going back to the original question, what makes a Virgo man wants to be married and fall in love is a woman values aligning with his. This is why I'm bringing all this up, because we love it when I give you an example. Y'all know I'm very pro-black. I love helping the community. I love helping my people. I love seeing black love. I love just helping my people get out of bad situations, just get knowledge and really understanding who they are. So I tend to date women who have that same love, who have the same understanding. Because if she doesn't, our values she's not gonna see any value in what I'm doing. I've dated women before who they just wasn't aligned with that. They just weren't trying to do all that. They just thought it was a waste of time. Think about that. Imagine Martin Luther King dating a woman who didn't see no value in what he was doing. Why you out there preaching? Why you out there fighting for civil rights? Why you doing all that? You're not gonna change nothing. Just go sit down. We got kids to raise. Why you doing all that? She's not aligning with his values. He's called by God to do what he's doing, right? But if you have a woman that doesn't align with that, she's gonna bicker every time. She's not gonna see, and you can't, as a man, you can't be with a woman like that because it's gonna mess up your mission. It's gonna hinder you. You might as well just cut your ties, cut your losses. That's what I mean by value. So we look for women that value what we value because we understand the importance of a woman aligning with what our values are. Another thing that we face today as men, I would say this: men are natural leaders and conquerors by nature. Protect, provide, lead. That's who we are by nature. Now, whether they are doing that or not is a whole different story. But y'all know what I always say. I say men of substance. So men of substance, they naturally want to do that in their relationship. They want to be the head of the house. They want to lead. They want to do these things. And it doesn't mean standing on top of a mountain beating their chest. They just come naturally, And so sometimes you face women in the society who don't necessarily like that idea of man being a leader. it's like having two quarterbacks on the same team, you know what I'm saying, trying to start at the same time. It ain't gonna work, you know. So he wants to know, how does she view male leadership in a relationship? Does she try to be leader? Is she controlling? You know, these things are values. Now, if you're a woman that you don't like that, that's fine. But you need to understand that most men feel that way. So it's out of alignment with what he has going on, right? What he's trying to do. But on the flip side, you know, when we date women who understand that, it's really no problem. You know, the more you understand it in a Virgo man, the more he will give you. I mean, I'm telling you, a woman that aligns with a man's mission, purpose, and leadership, she gets everything he can possibly give her. I'm telling you, this man will work himself to the bone to make her happy. I'm not exaggerating. This is how men do it, because it's her femininity and her understanding, her willingness, and her cooperation that makes him want to be more of a man for her. So you really have the ball in your court, ladies. Don't fight against it, man. Just let that man lead, let him be. Now, I will say this, a man has to be worthy of leading too. Now, you can't, I don't mean just go with any man who say, hey, I'm a leader. You have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you got to prove your leadership to a woman. You don't just go pick a woman, hey, I'm a leader. You got to prove it. So I'm not letting the fellas off the hook. Look, we all gonna do the same thing. You have to prove, you have to show yourself approved. You know, you have to show it. You know, another thing, like I said, I grew up with strong family values, and I grew up in I'm a PK preacher's kid, so spirituality is a strong part of our family. I value that, you know. So you need to understand what is his spiritual upbringing. You know, does he like that? Does he not like that? I don't know how to say it. I messed it up, you know. But whatever. What's his spirituality? How does he view it? You know, what's his value with that? So if he not valuing it and you not valuing it, that's fine. But if he values it and you don't value it, you kind of messed up. So you got to understand what spirituality means to him. What is his values on children? You know, what does he view about that? You know, are you fun to be around? You know, I'm just kind of naming stuff, because these things are strong values, and these things are the things that make Virgo men want to be married to a woman. You know, another thing that Virgo men want to be married to a woman, of course, values in alignment with him, you know, in agreement with him, you know. But like I just said, are you fun to be around? You know, that is simple. Look, men are simple. You know, men are very simple, ladies. Now, Virgo men can be complicated, but at the core, we are very simple. You know, you don't want to be around a woman that's not fun to be around. You know, y'all all the time, y'all was frustrated. You don't want to be around that. You know, so you got to ask yourself, am I fun to be around? You know, because most people just want to have fun. Most people don't have a good, if you with somebody not having fun, you're not having a good time, then why are you together? Of course, you got to handle business and this and that. But I'm with somebody because I enjoy being with them. You know, so I've been with women who, it just wasn't fun to be around. And I was like, you know what? This woman not fun to be around. I don't like being around her. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fun. It's not enjoyable. You know, and that's not gonna make him want to be married, in love, or anything like that. But if a woman is fun to be around, you enjoy your time, y'all laugh, y'all just have a good time. Come on, it just makes you feel good. Who wants to be around a person that makes them feel good? And these things I'm saying are not complicated things. Y'all know I always keep it simple, because I like to keep the simple core values. You know, I never get too complicated, where you gotta have all these strenuous recommendations and requirements. Nah, it's simple stuff. You fun to be around, because the simple things matter. Because when we just bored and don't have nothing to do, can I just still be around you? You know, do we always gotta be doing something? But are you fun to be around? But women that are fun to be around, I'm telling you, men love women like that. You have a good time, like, because ladies, think about it. Don't you love a man that make you laugh? You know, a man that make you laugh, you love it. Think about it. Another thing about if your values align, we're talking about gender roles. And I know that's a very toxic word for some of y'all ladies. Oh my God. You know, but some men and some Virgo men, they like gender roles. You know, I know we're in 2024, but you know, I was raised on gender roles and things like that. And don't get me wrong, anybody should be able to do anything at any given time, but some men are very traditional. They like that, you know, and so they look for women who, Virgo men typically look for women who have that gender role, you know, cooking, cleaning, you know, being a woman, being a lady, being a wife, you know, all that stuff. You know, I've been fortunate enough to date a lot of women who had no issue with gender roles, you know, and it made me want to do what I got to do as a man, you know, protect and provide for her. I don't have no problem with it. You know, I'd give her my last dollar if I had it. I really would. That's just how I feel about it. You know, but at the same time, I want it in return. And I think I already talked about cooking, but I'm kind of go with it again. You know, cooking is a very important thing to a lot of men in general. That's a value, you know, because like I said, it heals the family. It just heals everything. Seeing a woman that you like and they like you cook for you, it's a beautiful thing. Now, someone look at it as servant tool. I don't know why, you know, but why wouldn't you want to cook for your man? You know, I don't understand. You want him to, I don't know. But on the good side, women who love cooking, I love women like that. You know, women who enjoy it. It's not a chore for them. It's not a slavery for them. They enjoy it. Look, women who love cooking are a treasure. You know what I'm saying? They are rare gems, I'm telling you, because they don't mind cooking. It really ain't even about you. You know what I'm saying? But because you are in her life, she enjoys cooking for you. She enjoys making you feel better. She enjoys seeing her hard work, you know, making you feel good. I'm telling you. And that's how men feel. Men that enjoys being around a woman, he don't mind like paying for whatever for you. He don't mind, you know, lacing you up and taking your own shopping spree. I'm telling you, men that really like it, he don't mind doing it. But he wants something in return though. He wanted to be worth his time. So when men spend hard earned money on you, they get excitement because they like to see the smile on your face, but they don't want a fakeness. They don't want you to just be one oh, I know he gonna buy me something, I'm out. We don't want a woman like that. I want a woman to value me, and she value me. She just supports me. I'm gonna do what I need to do for her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is. You know, so it goes both ways. So those things are strong. I'm looking at my notes here, y'all. Those things are strong things that Virgo men like, that make them want to be married, be in love. A woman that's fun to be around. You know, she understands gender roles. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you can't flip and help out and this and that. But y'all get what I'm saying. You know, within reason, you get what I'm saying. Cooking and things like that. You know, but when these things align though, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. A man loves when a woman falls under his leadership, falls under his alignment, cooperate with him, you know, no strife, no struggle and stuff like that. These are the things that make a man want to fall in love. Virgo man want to fall in love, make want to be married. You know, it's just simple, but it more so go to the fact that you know, I can do some things with this woman. You know, she understands in arguments and conversation. How do y'all handle yourself? You know, do you listen to him? Do you understand him? Do you support him? All these things are things that make you want to be married to this one particular woman. Now, don't get me wrong. Virgos, they do hold back a lot when it comes to like marriage and commitment, because they're a little afraid of stuff. That's how they are. But in essence, though, they will do it. They will do it. And over time, they start to see this woman really supports him, really aligns with him. You know, one thing is, we do run into a lot of women that they may like us or what they see, but they don't necessarily align with our values. They just faking it. I've been through that. I dated a woman for like 2 years, and it took me a while to figure out she didn't really align with me. This is why I'm able to tell y'all this stuff, because I've been through some things. So she liked the fact that I'm in ministry, I'm in the community, I'm a leader, you know, I'm a speaker, you know, I do all these things. She loved that. She come to church with me, you know, see me doing my thing. You know, I'm a great speaker, by the way. You know, I'm just saying. And she kind of fell in love with that, but she wasn't committed to being the type of woman I needed her to be to support me in that. And I said, look, this is what I do for life in my career. And any woman that's with me, I'm gonna need her to fulfill certain things, because that's what I need. And if she can't do it, it's all good. Hey, baby, you know, it's somebody else better for you. But if you're gonna be there, I need you to be there. You know, I need you to support me. I'm gonna support you too, but I need you to support me, because if I must be the leader, if I must be the man, then I'm gonna need you to support me so I can do what I need to do for you, for us, for the family. That's what I need. I can't have you doing this and I'm doing that. You need to be in alignment with me. You know, don't tell me to be the leader and I can't be the leader. You don't tell me to be the leader and you don't like my leadership, because you can move on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you. If I'm not the leader for you, I'm good. That's how a lot of men feel. I don't want us to argue, but if you're gonna be here, this is what I need from you. You know, because supporting a man that's doing something, it takes a lot. You need to understand what you're getting into with a man. This is what a man loves about getting the right woman. This is why a Virgo man takes so long to commit and settle down, because he need to know that that woman is there for him, because he's doing a lot. He got a mission. I have a mission. Again, like I said, imagine Martin Luther King being with the wrong woman. That's, in his mission, he can't do it. That woman has to be strong. That woman has to understand. There's gonna be some sleepless nights. There's gonna be some lonely nights. But it's the man you marry. You marry a man that's on a mission, and most men on some type of mission. So I had to tell her, I've been through that. I had to tell the woman, look, this ain't what it is, but she didn't align with, but she hid it for a long time because she liked the idea of being with a preacher, somebody who's outspoken and doing all stuff. Yeah, I'll be out there, y'all. You gotta follow my Instagram, J Whitfield Inspired, you'll see. But anyway, and she started to realize that her role requires a lot more than just being pretty. She's a very beautiful girl. It requires a lot more than just being pretty and this and that. You gotta do something. And I need your support. It just wasn't for her, but it came out slowly. I was very upset, but that's what I mean by not being in alignment. Like the things I believed, she didn't necessarily believe, but she didn't think it was worth doing all I was doing. I'll make it more simple for you. Y'all know how you have some guys say, I'm a rapper, support my mixtape. We all laugh at guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a funny joke, but in essence, that's his mission in life. He's trying to be a rapper. Whether you believe he should be a rapper or not is irrelevant. But if you just say a dude that's rapping, he can't rap, or he's just an average rapper, but he a handsome brother. You want him because he's a handsome brother. He got strong masculine energy, all that good stuff. He a bad boy, but you don't believe in his mission. You still don't need to be with him because you're going to kill his mission. Whether you think he can rap or not is irrelevant. If you don't believe where he's going, don't be with him, and that's just what I mean. But on the flip side, like I said, men love a woman that support them, support their mission, that's ride or die. And I don't mean taking a woman through all type of BS ride or die. I don't mean that. What I mean by ride or die is, look, I'm on a mission in life. This is where I'm trying to go. It's gonna be some good days, gonna be some bad days. But if you with me, you with me. I'm gonna make sure we straight. I need you to believe in it, because every day ain't gonna be a bed of roses. It's just not. So yeah. Anyway, so those are just a few things that make the Virgo man want to be married and fall in love. Just values and alignment. It's very, very simple. So ask yourself and ask him, do our values align? What's your upbringing? What my upbringing? What is my upbringing? Do you believe in me? Do I believe in you? Do I, want to go where you're going? Do I believe in your mission? Do I believe in the things that you talk about? These are values. And that'll save you a lot of time, because a lot of y'all get caught up with men and Virgo men because you think he's fine, you like the energy, and that's great. That's great. But we talking about long term. We talking about longevity. Now we're gonna get on this road together. It's cool. This is my last point. This is cool. Okay, it's like buying a car. You just say you got the money to buy whatever car you want. Let's just go there. But just because you got the money to buy any car you want doesn't mean you need to go out there and buy a sports car. Right? You can, but does it align with what you need in your life? You got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to carry stuff to soccer practice, jungle gym practice, I don't know, practice for kids. But you buying a sports car. Yeah, you're going to have a good time with that sports car, but that sports car does not align with your life. It's probably going to be a 2-door. It's going to be a gas guzzler. You can't fit a whole lot of stuff in it. It doesn't align. So you might need to get like something like a van or SUV. It's not as flashy, but it looks good. It's still durable. It got space. It got third row. It's safe. You can put everything you need in that SUV. That's what I mean by align. Now the SUV aligns more with your life. You want the sports car, but what you need is this SUV because it aligns. Y'all get my point. I want to belabor the point, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? I'm preaching here. So understand, you're going to buy a car. How does this car fit in my life right now? Does this car align with what I got going on, what I need? Unless you just want it, hey, okay. Now you might be somebody who ain't got no kid, they single. Hey, get you a sports car, and live it up. It aligns with you. You out here being fast, and not saying being fast, but y'all get what I'm saying. You are doing your thing, get it, knock yourself out. But just try to make decisions in life in general that aligns with your life and aligns with your values. So you looking at a man make sure that you are in alignment with him. And I say it with him, not with you. He need to be in line with you too. But men are the leaders in the relationship when it comes to marriage and all that good stuff in the family. So if he's going to be leading, do you align with his leadership, his vision, and his values? All right. So we better wrap this up, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up if you need me. The link is in the description, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at jwhitfieldinspires. On TikTok too, I'm on TikTok. I'm on jwhitfield inspires on everything, all right? Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. So y'all holla at your boy, and we are out. Woo!